Ackhiii. So, Kwame, one of the owners of Mixtape Madness, has gone on to the Winners Talking podcast. Title is "Why is Bouncer on Your Neck?" Pound Arts Quam's Mixtape Madness. What is the issue? Now, it's a mad one because big shout out to Quams. I've had a good relationship with him. And I think, to be honest, I watched a little bit, like the first minute, and I thought, you know, I'm not going to watch it and then react to it. I'm just going to watch it in front of you guys and react to it. You get me? And I thought, let me just intro this as Quams is good people. He's a good brother, clean-hearted, understand he got a business, they got to do what they need to do. You get me? I think Mixtape Madness is collateral damage in terms of with Link Up TV, with GRM. It's more GRM. So it's like, you got to understand, Link Up TV, Joey, Link Up TV, bro, that is what you call culture, bro. That is my brother. I've got a lot of love for him. And obviously, in the flip side, I'm actually coming at Link Up TV. Do you know what I mean? I'm coming at Link Up TV, maybe how it's run. Do you know what I mean? That's how I look at it. It's like Mixtape Madness. It might be similar to that. And what I realized is I put Mixtape Madness, I put Link Up TV, I put GRM all in the same bracket, as they're just collateral damage, being GRM being the number one force. The reason why I put that, yeah, because I'm telling you, man, for myself, and I always act on my own experiences, yeah, bro, everyone goes on like they're Jay-Z or they're the main man and whatnot, and until, you get me, they're in the position of power, and it's like everything, it can't always just be money here. There has to be an element of the development and the growing things for the culture. And when I really deep it, without man asking, like man asked for a post, yeah, they're gonna post, they've never really championed myself. But I know GRM's conspiracy and I know why they've done that, you get me? But it's like been a domino effect. So I'm like, okay, cool. If that's a domino effect, this is where man is. And based on the Fumes, the engineer, first I was like, you know what, flipping, I ain't gonna flipping talk bad about Mixtape, but where all of them, and I looked at this Gets thing kind of triggered, man, and it made me realize, I've done a video before that, and I said, right, none of these pages actually support man. Like, man has actually done amazing things, and there's not, man, and people looked at it as man's begging for a post. No, bro, it's being appreciated in the space and in the culture, but it's always man having to do something, and it's like everyone's tuned into man's thing, and it's like you're not impartial, because made you think maybe he might not agree with bare my content, but there might be that little bit that he clips. And I feel like as a culture, especially someone that is an exec speaking out, because there's not many execs speaking out, bro, man's just like the black sheep. Big shout out to flipping YBZ, what a goat. If YBZ speaks out or whatnot, it's getting posted, but it might not get posted on Mixtape Madness, because there we go, it's not impartial. Obviously, Mixtape Madness is the home of Digga D, or the home of that world. So why would Mixtape Madness now really start posting Central C or YBZ? And this is what I mean about these pages that control narrative. Anyway, let's get into this. You get me? Let's get into what's being said.
Why is Bouncer on your neck right now? What's the issue? Like, why is it Mixtape Madness? What have you done?
To be honest, I'll keep it 120% with you.
You're gonna say you don't even know?
No. I'll keep it 120%. I know obviously there was a dynamic between him and Fumes the engineer, and then obviously, to my knowledge, I had a good relationship with Bouncer, I've got a good relationship with Fumes, right? So in the background,
and to be honest, to his knowledge, to be honest, man did have a good relationship with Kwame. But that's what I think. That's what I realized. Man had a good relationship with Kwams behind the scenes. Everything's always behind the scenes. And I realized, like, bro, like, these people don't support man out in the open, but behind the scenes, I'm doing amazing. Do you know what I mean? Or behind the scenes, Kwame did mediate or want to mediate what's going on with Fumes the engineer. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He did. Like, and I ain't got a bad thing to say about Kwame. He's genuine, good brother, but it's behind the scenes. So it's like, bro, forget all of this. And bro, do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying on that.
Having dialogue with them, I'm talking to them, and I'm hoping that I can try to reach some sort of
you're a kind of middleman.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can try to reach some sort of amicable conclusion here, right?
But man, saying this as well with Fumes, bro. Remember, Fumes hasn't done me dirty. He just laughed at me when my nose got broken, and he thought that I actually got jumped. But he's done dirty to a lot of. Just call it. He's got a lot of court cases, bro. Producers. There's his whole infrastructure when it comes to contracts. They're not right. Like, and if all these, because he's trying to take Danny Press Play to court. But if all these other producers and these other people took him to court on his contract, he will lose the battle every single time. But you're not trying, like, all I ask for is, bro, give the guys back their masters or this. But what you've done is you've allowed the plugged in to get put on Mixtape Madness when it should really still be on Press Play. So 1 billion worth of views getting uploaded to Mixtape Madness. Now the plugged ins, it's just, do you know what I mean?
But from there, I guess whatever's happened has happened. He's reporting on certain incidences in the way he's chosen to report on them. I didn't really think nothing of it. And then, so when I guess, well, I haven't actually seen the content myself, but one of the guys had mentioned to me, like, he had brought up the fact that either Mixtape Madness hadn't promoted him or something to that effect. And so, yeah, I just literally just dropped him a message and said, yeah, like, we'd been speaking prior, so by all means, I'm happy for us to kind of have a catch up on the phone so I can understand the root cause of your frustration.
What do you mean, bro? You understand the root cause of man's frustration, bro? I've been in the game for almost 8 years. None of you pages, like, have you seen all the amazing stuff that man's actually done? Huh? You lot will flipping post the flipping outsider, but you won't champion someone that stands for the greater good of our culture. So it's like, why am I even talking on the phone? We've been talking on the phone, and I've been showing man a lot of respect. You get me? But it's like, forget behind the scenes, bro. Like, actions. The people that are quiet, and I realized when these shade borrowers and all these pages were tearing me down, the people that were quiet, bro, and didn't do that and sat back and watched me get teared down is just as bad as the people that was tearing me down. So in my head, I'm just like, boom. But Kwame as an individual, as a person, bro, he's a lovely person, and it's not personal towards him. It's just the whole organization and what it looks like. And we want to talk about developing and growing culture, then let's do so. But let's champion our people. You're not going to champion me, no problem. I'm going to rub you lot out. I'll rub out every single one of them. I tell people the actual truth. I'm going to teach all the artists how to do digital marketing. They're going to stop paying for uploading fees. And then what's going to happen is you're going to change their model. Everyone's going to change their model to do free uploading. But you're going to be like, you don't really need to do uploading anyway, because who cares about a YouTube that's got 2 million subscribers or 6 million subscribers? Because you're only getting 1K views or 6K views. You might as well build up your own IP. And that's what makes me actually a threat, because I've been telling the truth about building your IP and been demonstrating when I started and getting 200 views and what views I'm getting now, and the importance of owning your own IP. Now, if you don't have an infrastructure, you don't have subscribers, you don't have a following, just like what Tricky said, I don't have no subscribers, I ain't got no following, I ain't got no thingy, then you ain't got a platform then. And if you're always putting your energy, artists always putting your energy onto these other platforms, how are you meant to even build out your infrastructure? And that's the truth. No one don't want the truth, to be honest. Do you get me? And that's no dig to Kwame. There's nothing.
I didn't get a return. Like, the call was never returned. It's just been left as a missed call. So I guess from my side of the fence, if I have caused offense, I'm more than happy to kind of have a conversation on the phone to address that.
No, he hasn't. Like, Kwame's a good person, bro. Kwame's a clean-hearted. He's a good person. It's the whole organization, bro. That man's coming. I'm coming for the whole ring, bro. I'm done with all of you, bro. So you lot are part of it, and your collateral damage. I swear down. So it's not Kwame, and like, that's it. Like, it's not Kwame. Kwame's a lovely person. He's a genuine person. Astaghfirullah, man saying lovely person. Ackhiii, audible. Kwame's good peoples. You get me? Like, internet tenor, man, soft. What's kind of lovely person, bro? So yeah.
Issue is, do you know what I mean? And clarify the point. But yeah, aside from that, You know what I mean?
I didn't know. I mentioned it several times, but I saw you mentioned it again today as well.
Again.
Yeah, fresh. So
I don't know,
was
if you
thinking
give me context, then maybe I can answer the question, but
it was, I think what he's basically saying is, and you can answer this actually, he's saying that the times of artists needing pages like such as yourself are coming to an end because everyone it's easier to get direct to consumer now. Like you can own your own IP and you can get direct to your fan base without paying a page anymore for that traction.
that's not, I don't feel that thing. And I don't even
Do you agree with that?
The time of, yes, I agree with the point that before obviously the volume.
Hey Kwame, big respect to you, my brother. You get me? He's thinking what he's saying because he knows. I didn't listen to this, but he knows. I'm listening to it now. What I'm saying is the truth. Remember, there's no one been so vocal as Bouncer talking about digital marketing and owning your own IP. Winners Talking podcast owns their own IP, bro. Yeah, they ain't got no flipping. They ain't got their podcast on Mixtape Madness platform or flipping or any of these GRM platform where they've now flipping fell out with Posty or they're falling out with whoever, you get me? And like they have to now start again on their own platform. They got their stuff on their own platform, bro. You get me? And that's it. And it's amazing. And their podcast, sick interviews, tricky. You know when you try to say the interview space is rubbish, shame on you, bro. This platform, the podcast, Winners Talking podcast space is one of the best, yeah, if not the best in our culture. And they bring on real insights, bro. Yeah? So, obviously, anyway, I'm going into one, but big shout out to Kwame, obviously, Posty, Ackhiii. Not Posty, Pounds.
Ackhiii.
You asked Kwame, he has to answer it like a politician because it will rub out Mixtape Madness because it's like, obviously, they make their money through views, revenue, and whatnot, but uploading, getting money for uploads, that is a lot of the infrastructure. Do you know what I mean? And they make their money from streaming. So I do believe if any artist goes on their platform, on their mixtape and they do a freestyle, they get 50% of the streams. I do believe that's right. Do you know what I mean?
With artists, you'd get to upload videos to your channel, and then your channel kind of being like a cut through for artists to blow.
Not blowing though. No artist ain't really blowing. It's the development. So the £300-400 for upload fee. Remember, artists don't know how to put on their own digital marketing. And this is what we're gonna teach them because they're gonna get more traction, more streams, and they're gonna own their own IP on their own platform. And they're not gonna have to pay for that upload fee. Then paying for you guys' upload fee. They're only getting 1.5K views or 3K views, and then having to pay for a digital marketer to put ads behind it so it looks like it's got 50 or 100 or 200K views. Bro, listen, everything I say is nothing but the truth, bro. This is nothing but the truth. Everyone's scared of the truth. They're like, do you know what I mean? So
the relevance of that now has somewhat diminished because because one, of course, artists can now go direct to consumer, which is a good thing, right? When you come to the game of the platform, I guess your main aim isn't to, or my main aim isn't to kind of like monopolize everyone uploading their video to Mixtape Madness. And I'll be honest with you, even from a business perspective, visuals, I wouldn't say have been my main focus business model anyway. People have always told me like your competition's GRM Daily, your competition's Link Up TV, your competition's SBTV. I humbly say, all right, if you feel that's my competition, thank you for telling me. But in my head, I know what my business model is. And
Kwame's business model is streaming, bro. That's where the model is. That's where the money gets made, then it streams. The development with artists. So you have to give him his flowers when it comes to the stuff that he's done, and their team, their flowers. You get me? M Huncho is one of their biggest. You get me? And all the rest of them, I'm not gonna name the names, but you get me? Mixtape Madness has brought through a lot of artists. Do you know what I mean? Digga D, all of them. You get me? Obviously, and business models of distribution deals. You get me? The actual streaming, how many streams? SL is one of their artists as well. Like, do you know what I mean? That's on their platform. So I understand what the business model is. The business model has never been in the video, but at the same time, the money, the upload money, it's a bit greedy that you charge your upload fee, but you still get money from views anyway. So it's like, come on, man. And Kwame, big shout out, bro. Obviously, you're trying to answer the question to the best of your ability, but at the end of the day, it's like, it is what it is, isn't it?
It's not that. So even when you're asking, even when you're making that statement to me about the relevance of pages and blowing up artists, of course, the game has changed. Marketing in music is changing almost every 6 months. Do you know what I mean? The music economy now is very, very fast paced. And I guess yesterday we were talking about YouTube. Today, if you go ask young people about how they're breaking their music, they'll tell you about TikTok and so on and so forth. So in terms of that point,
I've always told people, and I always say, and I always stand in this, that making short form content, driving people to stream and short form content, it lowers the pressure of making a music video. Build up the audience first, so you're in higher demand, then make the music video, maybe 4 or 5 releases down the line, but then you're not spending thousands of pounds on the music video, you're spending thousands of pounds on digital marketing, so you can recoup your money in streams and building up your personal brand. Having attached to the reason why I might wear an Ackhiii top or internet radio or whatnot, to drum this in your head, keep on drumming it into your head, so you kind of know why am I gonna put on. Before I wore this, I was wearing a flipping unironed flipping Primark top. You get me, black tee. Now I'm on leading by example. I'm not on turning up to any form of podcast in a Nike t-shirt or anything unless I'm getting paid for it respectfully, or I'm on building up my own IP and ownership, bro, to the people that follow me. If you're a musician and you listen to my music and you fuck with my music, then a pound a song or £2 a song. And this is what certain artists has done. That's raised the money. Famous artists that done the tune with Kalani and that. Like, have you seen that interview? I will do a breakdown on that, but I just want you to understand, understand why these people don't post me. I've been saying music videos, don't make music videos yet. You get me? I'm not saying don't ever make a music video. I'm just saying build up don't put too much pressure on yourself, because what happens, you make a music video, spend thousands of pounds, then when it don't bang, you're ashamed yourself, and then you cheat, you scam yourself by putting in fake digital ads. You don't even know how to put the right ones on, and then someone that you're paying to put it on for you, just putting it on in India. Fam, if I don't give you this knowledge, they're gonna call me a gatekeeper. And this is what these gatekeepers do, because they know what's going on.
I guess I do understand I understand the point that he's making. I understand what he's saying. Do you know what I mean? And my whole thing is, but Mixtape Madness in terms of breaking artists, it's never really just been that. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, through Mixtape Madness, I've built a strong network of black lawyers. Yes. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So there's an artist, there's at least 4 or 5 different artists that can tell you Quabs via Mixtape Madness has either paid for my legal fees, has put up bail money, or has got a lawyer to debrief and have conversations with me. Do you know what I mean?
I hear it.
And that's from people that have had cases with regards to drug cases. These are people that have had firearm cases, or I've just put them in contact with a lawyer, so the lawyer can sit down with them and say, like, my guy, you're mashing, you're moving, you're meeting a lot of women, and in my opinion, I'll tell I've spoken to a lawyer, and the lawyer knows she knows her name as well, where I've said, like, I need you to speak to this artist because I think the gal thing's getting to his head a little bit, and you need to
Bro, like I said, Kwame is a proper guy. You get me? But I don't want what this quote has said to blind cloud anything. You get me? He just cares a bit more than the record labels. And when I dealt with Dig That's deal structure, that's why I put in the deal structure that the record label Columbia had to pay for his accommodation. So, because he's an asset. So when he's talking about lawyers and that, black lawyers and that, bro, your artists respectfully are assets to your company. And if the asset now goes to pops down or whatnot, or women or teaching, so you're doing something actually good, but if the asset's not there, then your stocks in your company drop. Bro, please, like, you see me, I understand this stuff. I've always said, guys, stop rubbing yourself out with multiple women, or stop rubbing yourself out with buying expensive clothes or whatnot. But just watch this, answer this, and I promise you, I'm not gonna name no names. Your favorite artist, bro, your favorite artist has a crazy tax bill, and they know nothing about taxes and filing their accounts and taxing. So respectfully, I'm not saying no shade on Kwame, but this is the stuff that we need to know as well. So Kwame's doing an amazing job, and like I said, I just think that Mixtape Madness is part of, they're just collateral damage of the whole Ring movement, because they don't stand up for injustice. So if you don't stand up for injustice, it means that you're with the link-ups and you're with the GRMs, where really you should stand up for injustice and what's right or what's happening on, but everyone falls in line. So if one page posts something, then and it makes sense, the next page, Shea Bar, or this page and this page. Do you know what I mean? So I know what I mean, man.
Kind of explain to him what certain traps he can fall in within this legal system, and why he just needs to be easy because of what's going on. And people don't see that. The people don't see that side of the service that you provide.
No,
Do you know what I mean? When you've got your kids in a car on a Sunday, and then you're getting that phone call saying like, bro, mad things happen now. Like, I'm at the Fed station. I need this. I need that. And you're just like, I'm about to try to take my kids. I'm trying.
But brother, you gotta understand, Mixtape Madness, fam, you're dealing with a lot of drill artists. You're doing a lot of people on the street. So they're making millions of streams and get me tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of pounds. But on the flip side, bro, that is your stocks, bro. That's your stocks. You're their asset to the company. So it comes with mentorship. It comes with teaching people what's right and wrong. It comes with telling people not to rub themselves out, because if they don't know these things, they don't know they don't know soon that your money could finish, or if you don't file this, or this could happen. Do you know what I mean? So I understand what you're doing, and bro, but it's a part of the game. It's not like this is what we're doing good, bro. It comes with the branding. Do you know what I'm trying to say, Kwame? That's what it comes with, bro.
I'm gonna take my kids somewhere, but now I'm trying to multitask, phone lawyers, send one of their team members to go to the police station to sort this out, to sort that out. People don't necessarily see that side of the fence. And that's why I'm saying YouTube for Mixtape Madness has been a massive kind of like shop front window, right? And even in terms of the service we provide for artists, the upload thing is there, of course, but the main focus is like you partner up with artists to collaborate, to create content. Do you understand?
All right, when you say partner up, how do you work that? Because I say SL does 80 million views. Who gets the revenue? What's the revenue? Is there a revenue split, or is it we've already made an arrangement? This is coming to Mixtape Madness?
There's different models. I guess there's different models with different artists that you're working with. But for context,
come on, guys, man, please, let's just be honest, innit? You look built up Mixtape Madness. It's on your platform. 9 times out of 10, the revenue goes to you, just like flipping GRM. You get me? Unless they're paying for the big boys, you get me? But 9 times that, bro. Dig That, Air Force, and all the rest of them, we probably done about 100 million flipping views on flipping GRM. Say 70. There ain't no revenue come to us. And the same thing, we've done flipping K-Don, this and that. We even done a K-Don next up. We ain't received no flipping. To be honest, K-Don needs to hit you up, actually, now that I think about it. we ain't received no 50% of the streams. That's been there for how many years? So yeah, there needs to be an audit on that. You get me? Now that I even think about it.
This year alone, everyone's saying rap is dead. Mixtape Madness had a song that tried in the top 100. That was a garage song. Do you understand? Man didn't. When you go to the PC lines, I didn't put Mixtape Madness there.
Yeah.
I let that artist get all the glory. Do you get what I'm saying?
Get about letting the artists get all the glory. You're getting no money here. Ackhiii, listen, you lot can't fool me anyway. But big shout out to Kwame, what you're doing, man. You get me? Man's here to change, to start a new generation. I want to class you as flipping Posty and friends. What you're doing over there is an amazing job. You get me? The Fumes, the engineer thing, I know you're stuck in between that. You get me? Obviously, Fumes. He still wants to be ignorant. One day that Ring doorbell footage will come out. You get me? Because you know we don't put hands on women. You get me? So we know and we do. And Ackhiii. Anyway, let me just not speak. You get me? No actions is just actions. And like I said, I'm very direct. I'm gonna be very vocal about things, and then you're gonna have no choice to drop Fumes the engineer, because Fume the engineer, because everyone wants to act oblivious and everyone wants to be like ignorant. You get me with things. They want to be ignorant and be stubborn to the last things. No problem. But I do the things for the greater good of our culture. So yeah, man, just not act like it's not about money here, guys. You get me? Of course it's about money, and it has to make sense. You get me? But like I said, big shout out to Kwame. You're just collateral damage with the whole movement, the whole ring. You're just collateral. That's just me. There's not a direct, I don't have no issue. I have gone online. I have gone in behind closed doors and said to Kwame that I'm not gonna chat rubbish about Mixtape Madness or you're good. And that was during the Fumes the engineer. But when I just thought about it as a whole, I just like, yeah, you lot are done as well, man. Collateral damage. But anyway, that's just my take on it. But they're not bad people. Mixtape Madness, I wouldn't advise not to go with them. You get me? What they do, they do. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.